Welcome to Difference Makers. My name is Derek Hahn, President and CEO of Velocity. We're an IT managed service provider focused on IT leadership. And in these times, we're really focused on community leadership and how people are making a difference right now. I'm really excited to have Dan Shear, a psychotherapist from Fort Collins, Colorado. I almost said Fort Lauderdale. Don't you wish you were there? So, Danny, why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Danny Shear, and I am a psychotherapist, specifically a licensed marriage and family therapist. So it's an LMFT. I also am a certified addiction therapist. I specialize, of course, in addictions and trauma work.
Cool. So what are things like with you guys right now in Colorado?
We had a beautiful sunny day, and in Colorado, you can stand here for 10 minutes, and it's going to change, to 4 different seasons in that 10-minute span. So snow today.
And do you work in a hospital or do you work in a client setting? How are you dealing with your
So I
clients?
do both. I work for UC Health. That's a big, humongous medical conglomerate here in Colorado. And I work in the behavioral health campus known as Mountain Crest Hospital. I'm in the outpatient clinic, but I've been there for 16 years. So I did all the crisis assessment center at the ER, done all kinds of groups. And then we have a behavioral unit. I used to be a care coordinator there. And now I'm in the outpatient sector where I do mostly like young people, addiction, trauma, students of most ages, middle school, high school, college. Then I also have my own private practice too, which I'm doing pretty much more the same as well.
So what's it like right now with what's going on in the world and everything? What's
Well,
your reality, I guess?
our reality right now is a lot of work. There's a lot of anxiety, tremendous amount of uncertainty. Students are taken away from the classrooms and are put in somewhere in front of a computer screen, and they weren't ready for this. They didn't see it coming. So a lot of current work, this last 2 weeks, for example, is just trying to help kids stay on task, especially if they have issues with, ADHD and trauma and anxiety and, of course, substance abuse. It is hard to focus.
Yeah. So what we like to talk about here is how are you leading in your community? Because I'm watching people step up in different areas and do new
Mhm.
things and unique things. So what are you doing to help out in your community outside of just the day-to-day work?
Well, the day-to-day work actually has kind of gone all over the place, all over the community.
Sure.
I think my work has kind of turned into 24/7. I have a lot of my clients can contact me through my private practice phone. I've got parents emailing me day in, day out. Just a lot of crisis situations where people are having the hardest time of handling things. We don't, we know that we knock on wood that this is temporary, but a lot of me and my colleagues are out in the front lines trying to come up with various activities to help people stay focused. They got to stay indoors. There's a lot of our gyms and health clubs that have put on daily videos to help people do their Pilates, their Tai Chi, their yoga, their CrossFit, and do it in the confines of home.
Mm.
As I do the same thing with my clients, I try to encourage them to walk the dog even more or exercise even more. It's not just about talk therapy. It's about movement therapy. That's very essential. So a lot of people, we're trying to help them get creative, even within their home. The online school is one of the things that I'm having a hard time with because kids see it as, it triggers them and causes them trauma. And I had a 12-year-old this week, recite after me, Danny. We said the thing was, oh, homework will not eat me, but it sucks. Okay, so they're triggered because the midbrain is kind of the limbic system here triggers the thinking that they're being attacked or annihilated. No, it's just homework.
Yeah.
So they now know it won't eat them, but it does still suck, just like when it was live. It's the same stuff, you just still got to get through it. But we come up with so many strategies to just do 20 minutes, then get out, get on your bike, ride around the block, come back. Those talk to anyone, stay 6 feet away, and then come back again and do your homework some more, another 20 minutes, then stop. Hey, here's something novel. Help mom take the trash out. Come back, then go online. Then when you're done, another 20 minutes, why don't you play a game and blow something up, come back, so we're just, coming up with all kinds of strategies to
So
help them.
what, if you're going to give people advice who are dealing with this being shut in, a lot of people aren't used to it. I'm one of those. I'm a social guy. I do networking almost probably 2 or 3 nights a week. I'm out at networking, and it's I've developed some routines for myself. But what would be something for you to suggestion from you for those that are getting kind of stir crazy?
But this gets you, it forces you to kind of look at, all right, I'm done blowing things up or playing my video games. What else can I do? Pushing people over the years in writing, put everything out on paper, put your story out of what this is like for you. How do you cope with it? If you had, and that's what I told this one patient today. She was having such a hard time. I told her, put it all on paper, get it all out. No matter how trite it sounds, put it all on paper. Then take that paper, put it off to one side, and you're going to get another piece of paper, and you're going to write, what would God say? Or what would your best friend say? Or what would your favorite relative say? Write for them. The answers basically are in your back pocket. A lot of us just don't know it. So I just want to try and draw it out that we all have various coping skills. A lot of the skills I pass on to people, as you know, Derek, these are the skills that I had to practice day in, day out for my own, personal recovery and my own, spiritual fitness. And, I miss teaching yoga right now, but, my wife is my favorite student. So, we're going to do a class later today.
Great. Well, I really appreciate you spending time with me. Anything else you want to add before we sign off?
I can't think of anything other than to just get creative, trust on your skills and just look in your back pocket. There's got to be something there.
Cool. Well, thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.